Joseph was young. He was loved by his father, and God had already begun to show him his future. But before the promise could rise, Joseph would first be brought low. This is the story of a dream and the betrayal that followed. Jacob lived in the land where his father Isaac had lived, in the land of Canaan. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brothers. He was still young, yet he walked faithfully in his father's household. Now, Israel loved Joseph more than all his children because he was the son of his old age. He made him a coat of many colors. When Joseph's brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brothers, they hated him and couldn't speak peaceably to him. Yet God was already speaking to Joseph. Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it to his brothers. In the dream, they were binding sheaves in the field, and Joseph's sheaf arose and stood upright. Then their sheaves gathered around and bowed down to his sheaf. His brothers said to him, "Will you indeed reign over us? Will you indeed have dominion over us?" And they hated him even more because of his dreams and his words. Joseph dreamed another dream. The sun, the moon, and 11 stars bowed down to him. When he told it to his father and brothers, his father rebuked him and said, "What is this dream that you have dreamed? Will I and your mother and your brothers indeed come to bow ourselves down to you?" His brothers envied him, but his father kept the saying in mind. Joseph's brothers went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. Israel said to Joseph, "Are not your brothers feeding the flock in Shechem? Come, and I will send you to them." Joseph answered, "Here I am." So he was sent from the valley of Hebron, and he came to Shechem. Joseph wandered in the field, and a man found him and asked, "What are you looking for?" Joseph said, "I am looking for my brothers." The man said, "They have departed from here, for I heard them say, 'Let us go to Dothan.'" So Joseph went after his brothers and found them in Dothan. They saw him afar off. Before he came near to them, they conspired against him to kill him. They said to one another, "Behold, this dreamer comes. Come now, therefore, let us kill him, and we will see what will become of his dreams." Reuben heard it and delivered him out of their hands. He said, "Let us not take his life." So they stripped Joseph of his coat, the coat of many colors that was on him. They took him and threw him into a pit. The pit was empty. There was no water in it. And Joseph cried out from the darkness. Yet his brothers sat down to eat. They lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a caravan of Ishmaelites came from Gilead, with camels bearing spices and balm and myrrh, going to carry it down to Egypt. Judah said to his brothers, "What profit is it if we kill our brother and conceal his blood? Come, let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be on him." They listened to him. So they lifted Joseph up out of the pit and sold him for 20 pieces of silver. And they took Joseph to Egypt. They took Joseph's coat, killed a male goat, and dipped the coat in the blood. They brought it to their father and said, "This we have found. Examine it now and see whether it is your son's coat or not." Jacob recognized it and said, "It is my son's coat. An evil animal has devoured him. Joseph is without doubt torn in pieces." Jacob tore his clothes, put sackcloth on his waist, and mourned for his son many days. All his sons and daughters rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted, and Joseph was taken down to Egypt. Joseph was betrayed, he was sold. He was taken far from home, but God had not forgotten the dream, and even in Egypt, God was with Joseph.